we'll be doing this project, meaning starting next week, we'll be going back to actually making websites and using pictures, animations, and all that stuff. So that'll be the next project that we'll do. Okay, enough of me talking. Let's do this, shall we? I don't know where to start because some of you obviously had to go because of other events. Not sure if you watched the video, but I'll probably start from where we finished. Not going to recap because we don't have much time. I've only got 50 minutes with you. Yes, 50 minutes. So we came to a point where we added events to these buttons here, right? And then we want to now come to the next part where we can what would I say? Where we can
Kuba raised her hand.
wait. Does someone raise their hand?
Yes,
Oh,
Kuba.
oh yes, Kuba. Sorry. What's your question?
So did you send any I call it a link so that we save the work into our
Computer. Yeah. Yep.
Visual Studio Code.
If you go to Slack, so if you go to Slack, there's the code from yesterday. It's project 1, calculator day 2. So yeah, Salem's already got this code because I did help her yesterday after class. So to everyone else, there's the code from yesterday, so you don't have to have a blank slate. Okay. Yeah. Do you need the link to Slack, Kupa, or are you okay? Hello. Yes. Are you having difficulties or?
I feel like I am.
Okay. I'm happy for you to share so we can fix those before we go straight ahead. Okay. Right. Yes. So that's your Slack, yep. You've got heaps of them already. So you just click cancel. Just click cancel already because you've downloaded the same file like 8 times. So this is what we do. Okay. All right. So what we'll do is we'll go to your downloads folder here. Is it me or is it your machine's not opening? All right, there we go. Okay, so you don't need to always have duplicate. So you see how you've already got this, so you don't have to download it more than once. So I'll delete these ones. You don't need these ones. And I'll delete that one. Okay. So I'll explain what this is. This is called a zipped file. Okay. As in it's packaged. Okay. So all you have to do is literally open it. So you just go into your downloads. Okay. You just double click to open it, right? And then just drag this to your desktop or just copy it to your desktop. Right. Yep. Like that. Okay. And it's going to say the destination has these three files. So all we have to do is just replace. Okay. And because I think it's the same, yeah, see, this is wrong. So you shouldn't open this folder here. You should always have the folder that I gave you open. So don't open this one. Open the one that says project calculator at all times. So this one. That. This is the folder that you need. And then I don't know what this is. Yeah, this is the it looks like you're running the old project. So let me get rid of this. Let's go file. And let's delete that. Then let's go downloads. Yep. And then you just get this one. Like so. Um, right. I think this is the latest. Yes, this looks like the latest file that I'm working on. So if you then go live here, you should get the latest code. There you go. You see? Yeah. Awesome. All right. I've stopped controlling your machine. So I think that should be good.
Sorry, please repeat.
Oh no, I was saying I've stopped controlling your machine so you can take back control. Yeah. Uh yeah. Oh, you're muted, by the way. I don't know if you want to stop sharing your screen and then I'll share my screen as well. Hi, thank you. Okay. So I'm gonna move really fast now. If anyone has any questions, please try and hold on to them. I'll answer them probably at the end of this lesson. Okay. All right. So I'll probably start getting rid of some of these commented lines just to minimize the code. Okay. So what do we need to do? If I mentioned if we click any of these orange buttons now, we need to start performing mathematical operations. Okay. Right. So currently the variable, we have two variables here. So I'll call these variables to store our numbers, okay? Our numbers from the input. Right, so let's say if I started with 50 and then I click plus, 50 should then be saved to the variable number 1, okay? And then once I click plus, then the next number that I type, it should be saved to number 2, okay? And then this is when we do the equals, all right? So what we did yesterday, essentially, is we called all the buttons we did, okay, using query selector all. Then we assigned the click function. That's why we're able to do this, where if you click it, you get the value of the button, okay? But obviously, we only want to deal with values that come from the gray buttons, okay, excluding the equals, because the equals we needed to get the outcome of the two values, okay? So we did a conditional statement here that if the button that's clicked is equal to slash, which is divide, if it's equal to plus, which is to add, if it's equal to x, which is multiplication, and if it's equal to minus, which is subtraction, then we do the maths here, okay? I even put a comment here where I say do the maths here. So this is where we'll do the mathematical operation. Otherwise, if it's not any of that, then we get the first and the second number, okay, regardless of what happens. All right. So what do we do? What we do next is this. So you see here, initially we went where we go input value, we return the input value and we give it the number, okay? Now, this is fine and dandy and all, but the problem with this is every time we click these are coming up on the screen. We don't want that, okay? We don't want that at all. Right, so how do we fix that? So we just basically move this line here. So I'll copy this line, okay? And then I'll put it down here in the else statement, okay? So that every time we click anything that's not the orange buttons, we can only get the numbers on the screen. It'll make sense if I just show you. So if I go 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 0 dot equals, yeah, that works. But if I go divide, plus, multiply, subtract, we get nothing. Okay, and that's good. That's exactly what we want. Okay, that's exactly what we want. Right. What's the next step? Let's say I'll get rid of the comment here and say, let's say, get the first number. Okay. So how do you do that? Simple. Let's say number 1. Let's say, okay, we'll do another check. We'll say if number 1, okay, is equal to undefined, as in it doesn't have a value. Okay, this is what we do. In fact, let me not do that. We do have implications in the. Oh, I did this before and I noticed it has issues. So sorry, ignore that. Erase that. Let's just go number 1. Okay. Is equal. And then I mentioned yesterday that we can use two functions, pass int, which gives us whole numbers like 0, 1, 10, 55, 2000, 10,000, etc., etc. But what if we want to work with decimals, where we got 0 0.5, 2.2, 5.55 or 55.55, whatever? We can't use pass int. Okay, so I'll show you. If someone, let's say Salim typed 5.5 plus something, you can't add 5.5 with and then expect to get a decimal when you use parse int. We then use parse float. Okay. I'll explain what float is in programming. So as we've been learning data types like string, where I showed you that string is like your name, where you go variable name equals your name, that's a string. If you go variable age equals 12, that's a number as well. Okay, that's an int, that's an integer because it's just a number. You're never going to tell someone that you're exactly 23.5 years old. You can, but that's inaccurate. You're either going to be 21, 22, 23, 24, and so on. Okay. But yes, do you have a question?
Sasa's hand is up.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Yes, Salam. What's your question?
So do we have to copy all this?
If you can. If you can't, the code will be on Slack.
Okay.
Yes. The code's always going to be on Slack. That's how much I love you guys. I don't expect you to keep up with my crazy speed. Okay. All right. So, I don't know where I was. Sorry, I've lost track. Okay, yeah. Explaining floats and integer. So we want to do this where we can add decimals. Okay, so if we have like 5.895 and then divided by some number, okay, we then get numbers which have decimals. So what we do is we convert the value, because remember we're getting the value here where it says number from button, okay? But this is a string, okay? This is a string. So we want to convert this to a number. That's why we use parse float. So we then go number from button is that, okay? And let's just go console.log type of number one so you can see what it is, okay? I'll just show you now. So let's just go 45.358. Okay. Then I'll click that. See? Now it's a number, okay? We can now perform mathematical calculations. All right, cool. Right. Now, excuse me. I apologize for moving really quickly, but um time is of the essence and I've pretty much blown up most of it. So I'll try and be as slow as possible, but quick as possible so we can finish this. Okay. So we want then to say once we click these buttons here, right? We clear this screen rather than we have to refresh. Like if we type AT, then we click plus and then we refresh. We want this to disappear. Okay. How do we do that? Simple. So all we have to do is once we click any of these multiplication, division, subtraction, addition buttons, we just basically go input dot value is equal to null. Okay. So null means there's no value. So reset the value of the inputs. Okay. That's what we're doing on this line. Okay, and then I'll put a comment on this one as well and say convert the number from input from type string to type number. Okay. Right. So I'm just doing these comments for your benefit. So when you read the code, it makes sense what's happening. Okay, and I'll get rid of this one. We don't need that one. Okay. Right. So now I want us to say else if, okay, else if number from button is equal to the equals. Right, this is when we get the what should we call it? Um what should I say? what should I say? That's the one where we get the product of the two numbers. Okay. So let's say we've got number one. Okay. So I'll just show you what we did. If I go 125 plus, okay, and then I'd go plus 5. When I click equals, we want to get 125 plus 5. Okay. That's what we're going to do next. Now, how do we achieve that? So we've got number one first, okay? We now want to get number two, all right? We want to populate the second value because we've already got number one. But now we want to get number two, okay? So we do the exact same thing. Number two is equal to pass float, and then we go number from button. So we go convert the number from input from type string to type number, okay? Just like that. And then let's also introduce a variable that tracks the mathematical operation we did, okay? So that we can check if we did say add, subtract, multiply, and then divide. Okay, so we need something that tells us the state of the mathematical operation we're doing. Okay, how do we do that? Simple. So let's say we create another variable here, and if you have a question as to why I tend to go back and change things, this is how programming works in a lot of the times. You develop things, then you realize, I need extra things to help me. Okay, so you always go back and change stuff and whatnot. Okay, uh, you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. So let's go variable um operation. Let's just go operation. Okay, and I'll just leave it as undefined for now. So if uh okay, let's say if the number from button is equal to divide, okay, operation is equal to divide, okay, let's put it like that. And then let's say if number from button is equal to plus, which is addition. Oh, sorry, I did say subtract. Apologies. So that's a minus. Okay. We go operation equals subtract. Okay. And because I'm lazy, I'll just copy and paste like that. Okay. So if we go X, we go multiply. Okay. And then divide is the one with a slash. Okay. So we go divide. This one is the plus. Sorry for that. I just looked at the comments. So this is addition. Okay. Or add, rather. What's going on with me? Sorry. All right. I'll explain to you guys what happened. So when we did the condition to check for these orange buttons, okay, that was all fine and dandy. But in order for us to carry the mathematical operation, we then want a situation where we can check which orange button we clicked at what point. So if I went 45 plus 45, I want to know that I say plus for addition. Because if I didn't do that, when we click equals, our calculator will like, I don't know what state you're doing. When I say state, I'm talking about when I say state, I'm talking about the current the current function that we gave our calculator. Okay, let me just print out the statements and do the console log so it just makes sense. Okay, if I just talk to you guys 24/7, it won't make sense. I'll print out the statement so you guys can see. Right. So let's go console.log operation here. Okay. Right. So if I click this, we now have divide, okay? Which means if we go 20 and we click divide, okay? And we click 5, by the time we click equals, the calculator knows that it has the function to divide the two numbers that we're giving it, okay? So 20 divided by 5 is obviously 4, okay? But we haven't coded that in first, okay? Now, if we go 45 times whatever number is there, okay, now the calculator knows that, okay, after the first number you gave me, we're going to multiply that value, right? And it's the same thing. If we go 50 minus 10, okay, it now knows that first number was 50. Now I have to subtract the second number from 50, okay? And you get the point. It's simple as that. So I'll leave that as a console log so you can see what's happening. And let's get to the part where we actually do the fun stuff, okay? All right. So whenever we click equals, okay? Whenever we click equals, what do we do? Let's say add the two numbers, okay? So if now we're going to do the check again, we're going to use this, okay? This check again. We're going to go if operation is equal to add, right? What do? We simply go number 1 plus number 2, okay? So let's say let's create another variable here, and let's say outputs, okay? Outputs is equal to undefined as well. It's blank, it's nothing. So let's go outputs is equal to number 1 plus number 2, okay? And what's the next one? Maybe I'll go in order of how we did it above. So we went add, we went subtract. Okay. Sorry. So if operation is equal to subtract, okay. Subtract is output number 1 minus number 2, okay. And then we went multiply the two numbers if operation is equal to multiply, okay, we just go output is equal to number 1 times, okay, so when we multiply in JavaScript, we go asterisk, which is this, which is the shift key and the number 8 in your keyboard, all right? So number 1 times number 2. And then I believe the last one is divide the two numbers. Again, then if operation is equal to divide, okay, we simply go output is equal to number 1 divided by number 2. Just like that, Okay. Yeah, this is the fun part, Salim. Trust me, this is we've literally finished building a calculator now. This is the fun part. Okay. So let's test that, shall we? So let's go console.log
Okay.
outputs. All right. So Salim, since you asked if this is the fun part, can you give us two numbers to add?
Okay. 20
Uh-huh.
and 5.
20 plus 5, okay? Right. So if we click equals, it's saying not a number. Why? Why would you do that?
Did you press
Let's
5? Oh
yeah,
yeah. Did you
yeah,
press plus?
5, yes. Let's see. Where did we go wrong?
Wait, let me close the door.
No, it's not your fault. It's something we did in the code, which we have to fix. So I have to find out what did we do.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's do this. Let's go console.log type of number 1. Okay. And then let's go console.log type of number 2. All right. I want to see something. So you say 20 plus 5.
5, yes.
Okay,
Equals
number.
none. It says nan.
Oh.
NAN. It means
Let's go 0 here. Let's change this to 0 and
okay.
see. Yep. So 20 plus 5. Ah, interesting.
It still says nan.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hang on. Let's try this. Type of, yes. Type of output. Let's see what type of output is.
Okay.
Yes. It says number though. It doesn't make sense.
It has to say the answer.
Yeah.
The
It's
answer
saying
is
it's a
25.
number. It should be 25, yes. But the problem is we want to get 25 first before we print it in the calculator. So 20 plus 5, it's still saying not a number though. Why?
It was plus. The sum was
yes.
plus.
Yes. So you see here, if the operation is add, right? This is when we say number 1 plus number 2. So 20 plus 5. So we did the correct thing right here. Perhaps I'm wondering if I should say no. Why? Number 1 equals number 2 pass place. Cooper, the numbers given by Salam were 20 plus 5. 20 plus 5. That's what Salam gave us. So you see, so if we go console.log number 1, okay, so 20 plus 5. Interestingly enough, it's not giving us numbers for both, you see? It's now saying not a number though, which is strange. All right, investigation time, Cooper. This is what we do. If things break down, we have to debug and find out what we did. So, if this is equal to that, if is that, else, okay. So it's telling us number 1 is a number, number 2 is a number, yeah. So what's output? You see, it's saying output is any, which is wrong. Why? Why does it do this? Let's try this. Let's try this, Salim. I think I know what the error is. Okay. I know what the error is. So let's create the variable output here. Variable output is equal to null. Okay. It's any type any number one any. No, this is wrong. So this oh, you can go and eat food now, Salam. You don't have to wait until we figure this out. Okay.
But how many minutes?
We've got 15 minutes until the lesson finishes. Yes, 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 yes. Figured out the problem. Coolio. Okay, so here's our problem. I made the mistake, and I'll explain what I did. So this line here, okay, input value is the number that we get from our what do you call it? From our input. So everything we type here, like 789, blah blah blah. Okay. This thing here, 789654, is this input value, which is the number from button. Okay. Now, where do we get number from button from? We get it here. Okay. And I believe this is type string. Right. So number from button. Now, the problem with this now is whenever we do these conditions, it's now thinking of these now. Ah, man, why didn't I see that? Wow. Okay, let's try something different. Let's say, sorry. Variable, uh, gets number is equal to button dot inner HTML. Okay, and then let me try gets number here and see what it does. Okay, cool. Get number 20 plus 5. Ah, it's still saying NAN. Wonder why. I have to get this one working. The console log get number. So 20, okay, plus 5. Yeah, so you see, we are definitely getting 20 right there. Yeah, we're definitely getting 20. Then we're going plus, and then we go this. Right. Okay. Maybe let's do it this way. I have another idea. Let me not do that. Let me copy this. And let me variable number equals this, right? Wait, what am I doing? I made the most fundamental mistake. Sorry. Apologize about this. All I have to do is I just have to go input dot value like this. I don't even know what I'm thinking. That's all I had to do. and then input value there. That's all I need. Oh, sorry. Let's try that again, shall we? Plus 5. There we go. It works now. So I just went
We
about in
got the
circles.
answer from the
Yeah.
whiteboard. This
Yeah, so I figured it out. Figured it out after reading the code for a bit. So let's do this, shall we? So let's go input.value is equal to output, and then we can watch Salim go eat afterwards. Okay. And go print number 2 calculator. Cool. Done. So 20 plus 5. There you go. Happy? I got it. Right, let's all have fun.
yes.
Yes, let's all have fun. So who else do we have? Audrey, I know you're charging your phone. That's okay. Can
How
you
do you
please?
know?
I heard the conversation when I joined between you and Cleve. So, could you please give us two numbers that we can divide? Yes.
Okay. 1 quadrillion.
Oh my God. 1 quadrillion. Okay, wait. All right, let me Google that.
Did she
1
say?
quadrillion. Okay, I'm gonna Google this one. So 3,
What?
6, 9, 12, 15. Okay. Challenge accepted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What's the second number then?
Divided by 2 billion.
2 billion is 8 zeros, yeah? Okay. So it's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I hope I'm correct. Let's check. 2 billion. Yeah. So 2, 6, 9. Oh, 369. Ah, okay. 3, 6, 9. So 1 0. There we go. We got it. 500,000. Yeah. So I win. All right. Cooper, your turn. Could you please give us two numbers that we can multiply?
I say 9
Uh-huh.
quadrillion
What? Why?
plus
Okay, 9 quadrillion. Okay. Let me look for that.
not quadrillion, quadrillion.
What is that even a number?
It should be.
No, doesn't. No, give me something relatively. Okay, one in 10,000. A number between 1 and 10,000.
A number between
1 and 10,000.
not sure. I know she will choose one. 10,000. 50. No, yes. 10,000.
Okay, 10,000 it is. All right, 10,000. All right. Times.
Times 800. 1 million.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals there. So that's what? 3, 6, 9. That's like 10 billion. Okay, there you go. You got your answer. All right, perfect. You guys and your exorbitant numbers. Yikes. Let's go to Leon. Leon, my friend, how are you?
Okay.
Yeah, two numbers to subtract. So we want to subtract two numbers.
15,000
Yes. Minus
and 9.5 thousand.
9.5, like that.
Yeah, wait, 9.5. Yeah, like
No.
9,500.
9,000. Oh, okay. 15,000 minus 9,500. Like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 5,500. There you go. Ah, I see. So everyone's trying to trick me and like, no, I want to see if his calculator works. It does work. Okay, I believe in my calculator. Queen, I see you laughing with emojis there. Could you please give us two numbers we can add? Maybe you lost connection. Queen, you there? No, she's not. All right. So
Sorry,
turn
are
down.
you speaking to me?
Okay. Well, I was asking, could you please give us two numbers that we can add together?
Okay, so I'm sorry. 7,000 plus 5,200.
Why is everyone going for big numbers?
Thank you.
Is there a conspiracy going on here? I don't know.
We want to give you a challenge.
A challenge, okay. All right, challenge accepted, right? We've got to tender now. To tender, I'm placing my absolute confidence in you. Could you please give us two numbers we can divide together? Okay.
Since you're complaining about the enormous numbers, I'm gonna go for 10 divided by 2.
10 divide. Thank you. Say thank you. Someone who understands the simpler things in life. Thank you, Tender. You win. You win this one. Okay. So no, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you playing along. That was fun. So yes, this is essentially how we build a very, very simple calculator, okay, where we can subtract, multiply, add, divide, the fun stuff, okay? Now, obviously we can expand this one and include square roots. That's never a big issue. We can definitely do something along those lines. You can probably include it to do brackets where you can multiply more than two numbers, okay? It's up to us. The sky's the limit. But essentially, this is where we've arrived, okay? Where if you want to add two decimals, 2.5 plus 8.65489, you still get numbers like that, okay? You can verify this with your calculator on your phone or your school calculator. The number's still going to be the same. So there we go. We've done our first project. So I'm going to post this.
Put 10 plus 15.
10 plus 15. Okay. There you go.
It's
25.
60.
Hey, what? What?
It said 60. No, it's 15.
I'm
No,
confused.
what was the sum?
Wait,
The sum
Salim.
was,
Yeah, what
the
was
sum
it? What
was 10 plus 15.
Yes.
25.
10. Yes. Yeah, there you go. So I'll probably add one last functionality to this because I hate reloading. So I'll add a button which cancels everything, which clears the screen, okay? Wondering where I should add that one. Okay, I'll probably add it here and then go button and then I'll go clear. Okay. And then I'll give it a class of clear. Okay. It will make sense what I'm trying to do. And then I'll need to give this one.
I know what you're trying to do.
What?
The clear is for like when you put, when the answer comes and then you don't want to erase it, like erase it in your laptop, you
Yeah.
press clear.
Ah, wonderful. Yes, well done, well done, well done, Salim. That's exactly what I want to do. Okay. So all I need to do here is else if number from button is equal to clear. I basically erase input value. I'll go input value is equal to blank. Number 1 is equal to undefined. And then number 2 is equal to undefined. So I reset everything essentially. Okay. So if I go do plus 20 equals, and then I'll go clear. Bangers. Then we can start again. 10 plus 15. We get 25 clear. You see? Then we go 5.23 times 789. We get that. Okay, now we don't want that. We can clear. Okay. So there we go. We fixed it. Yay. Time to celebrate. All right. Okay. So I'll just do one.
We
quick
already
check.
finished our calculation.
You finished the calculator. Yes. Yes.
Now
I'm
you
proud
can
of
play with it all day.
yes, yes. Now you can definitely play with it over and over and over. Okay. Yeah. So I'll do one last thing. And funny enough, the lesson has concluded. So if you guys have to leave now, I'm more than happy for you guys to do that. I will post this
The
code
lesson
in-
finished.
Yes. So Salim, you can go eat. I'll post the code on the Slack channel. And then you guys can use this to show your parents what you've been learning, how it all works, improve on it, make changes, play with out, figure it out, make sense of everything. I've literally written comments left, right, and center here so you guys understand what's happening. Okay. So yeah, thanks for coming, guys. I'm really happy you guys, tagged along. It's been fun. But yes, we've come to the end of our lesson. Okay.
So,
Thank you. Thank you.
where are the
Bye.
questions? Oh.